Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to Rock Gamer. It's our last day of E3 and I want to round up the day's news from the world of Rock Band 4, just like I have been the last couple of days. And stay tuned tomorrow when I'm going to have one video that summarizes everything we learned about Rock Band 4 from E3 in case you guys missed the first couple of days. So let's get started with an exclusive that I have that I think has really only been mentioned one place, and I haven't seen it mentioned on the Rock Band 4 forums or on Reddit. So apparently, I was watching the GameSpot E3 live coverage, and Rock Band 4 was the last game featured there. And you know, they were talking about the new Freestyle solo mode and the solo feature, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, you can also just play any random song, and like you can take the guitar part away, so you'll see just a blank guitar chart with no notes, and you can just freestyle over the entire song and play whatever the hell you want. And it was so cool watching that. They didn't really have a name for what it's called, or whether it's unlocked, whether you have it as soon as you buy the game, or whether you have to unlock it. But it seems like a really cool feature. If you guys haven't watched it, go see if the GameSpot E3 coverage is up on YouTube. It's a really cool thing to watch. The other thing we learned today is that there's also a new frequently asked question list up on Harmonix's Rock Band forums. They cover a lot of the questions that came out of E3, like where can I pre-order the game in the country I live in, you know, what kind of instruments will be available, what kind of bundles will be available at launch. It did shed some interesting light on a few things. Regarding online play, yes, there will be no online play at launch, but they said they'll have more details about their plans regarding online play in the coming months. So I'm guessing, and this is a prediction of mine, that we're going to see something from Harmonix that says, yeah guys, we kind of screwed up, we don't really have online play at launch, but we have really great plans for how to support the game afterwards, and bringing online play in a really cool fashion is going to be one of those. They can use that, by the way, if they want. The other thing that we learned too is that third-party instruments such as the Ion Drum Rocker, or maybe like a electronic drum kit you're using, are not really the focus of our Harmonix right now at launch. Just in terms of supporting them, they're really focused on supporting the legacy instruments, and then they'll have more information about third-party instruments in the coming months as well. Regarding exporting songs, they'll have about more information closer to launch. Regarding Rock Band 3 exporting Rock Band 4, there will be no export at launch available, but it may be available to be exported later on after the game is released. Fingers crossed for that one. The other thing we also learned is regarding the strum bar. Now, Polygon did an interview with Harmonix, which I'm kind of surprised that Polygon is even allowed to interview these guys, considering how horrible of a job they did covering the game a couple of weeks ago. So they interviewed Harmonix and they started talking about the strum bar on the guitar. And basically, the new strum bar is sort of like halfway between Guitar Hero's clicky bar and like the old Rock Band, mushy bar. So somewhere in between. It doesn't click, but Harmonix Pope said that it's somewhere in between. And he says it's the best one they've done so far. I prefer the clicky bar because it's nice to, get that feedback from the guitar. The other thing we also learned is regarding the Xbox adapters to support legacy instruments. So if you're planning on using your Xbox 360 instruments on the Xbox One, you will need to buy an adapter of some sort, or a dongle as they called it, an Xbox dongle. It will be available at launch, so that's good news. The other thing we also learned, and this is kind of old news, but the Rock Band 4 will ship with about 60 songs on disc, according to the Amazon, pre-order page. And just to compare, guys, Rock Band 1 had about 55 to 58 songs. Rock Band 2 had 84 songs, Rock Band 3 had 83 songs, and Rock Band 4 has 60 songs or so, and that's kind of disappointing. Sure, they have 30 additional songs, but when you look at the actual list, an overwhelming majority of those, or some of them are from Rock Band 1, a lot of them are from Rock Band 2's export pack that we got for free. And a handful are brand new, but it just feels like, no online play, fewer songs. It's kind of harder to get excited for this game. Don't get me wrong, I still am looking forward to the game, but I wasn't as hyped as I was when Rock Band 3 came out. I was so hyped for that game because it had so many new things. Rock Band 4, my excitement level is probably medium for it right now. And the final piece of news, this isn't Rock Band 4 news, but it's Rock Band Blitz news. If you're a PlayStation owner and you have the PS3, the Rock Band Blitz game is 50% off. If you're a PS Plus subscriber, it's 60% off, so you can either pay $6 or $7 for it. And I'll tell you what, guys, if you guys haven't played Rock Band Blitz, it's an amazing game. It's super addictive. And you get 25 tracks or something for like $6 that you can export over to Rock Band 3, and then you can play them in Rock Band 4. That's pretty awesome if you ask me. That basically does it for the wrap-up of the Rock Band 4 news from E3 today. Thanks for watching, guys. And if you guys stay tuned tomorrow, I'm going to have one video that's going to summarize everything we learned about Rock Band 4 from E3 in one nice video. I'd like to know what are your guys' thoughts on today's news. Leave a comment in the section below. And if you guys want to stay up to date on all things Rock Band 4, Guitar Hero Live, and Amplitude related, click the subscribe button. Take care.